Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be ranking new wave of British heavy metal albums. And since my other videos where I rank albums from many bands did so well, like the progressive rock video and the progressive metal video, I decided to do one for new wave British heavy metal too. And of course my album rankings have also been doing really well as well. So thank you guys so much for giving me plenty of views on those videos. Also, my rock and metal slander video that I made like a year ago has been getting a lot of traction recently, which is honestly surprising to me, but thank you guys for that too. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the channel, and we reached 200 subs recently, so yeah, thanks for that. And yeah, I'm going to get off the albums, and we're going to start with Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. This album's an obvious S tier for me. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I already talked about the album in my other video about Iron Maiden, where I ranked all their albums from the 80s and early 90s. But basically, every song on this is a banger. It's a good traditional heavy metal album, and a good, like, proto-prog metal album. So yeah, 10 out of 10 album. Very important for metal. Very fun to listen to over and over again. Still not tired of it. Every song is great. Next we got On Through the Night by Def Leppard. And I'd also put this album in S tier, though I am very biased because I do love the new wave of British heavy metal sound. And the album is definitely the most NWOBHM sounding album of Def Leppard. I could have picked Pyromania or High and Dry, but this one's more metal sounding than those ones, and I like this one more. This is more like the most popular album than the one I like the most per se, but we're going to stick with On Through the Night. So yeah, I pretty much like almost every song. The only songs I don't like are Sorrow Is a Woman and Overture, but every other song I really like. Rock Brigade's a very catchy, good song. Hello America is probably the most similar song to what they would do later, but it still rocks. It Could Be You is a very nice song. Satellite is really metal sounding. Wasted too. Wasted's probably their most metal sounding song from this era. Rocks Off is nice. It Don't Matter is a very catchy song. And Answer to the Master is probably their most underrated song. It has a very good riff to it. And I don't understand why people don't talk about it more. I'm surprised people don't talk about it as much as Wasted, to be honest. So yeah. Next we got Denim and Leather by Saxon. And this album, I think I'll put it in A tier. I pretty much like every song, but not as much as the other two albums. Princess of the Night I really like. Never Surrender is also really good. Play It Loud is a very nice metal sounding song. And the band's Play It On, that's good. And of course the title track is a classic song from Saxon. So yeah, great album. Not as good as the other ones in my opinion, but I still like Denim and Leather. I just try to pick the most popular Saxon album, and I feel like this was probably the most popular for them. I prefer Wheels of Steel and Strong Arm of the Law, but Denim and Leather is the one that people talk about the most. Still a great album, but I do prefer some of the other Saxon albums over it. Next we got Black Metal by Venom, the heaviest album of all these. I'd probably put it in very high A tier, but it's very close to being an S here. Definitely helped extreme metal a lot, especially black metal and thrash metal. And yeah, this album's very dark sounding, and probably the heaviest thing that existed in metal when it came out. Of course, the title track's a classic song. Very good song there. To Hell and Back is a nice song. Buried Alive's alright. Raise the Dead's alright. Teacher's Pet I really like. That's a good punky song right there. Leave Me in Hell. Don't remember much about that song, but not bad. Sacrifice, another really good song on there. Heaven's on Fire, I really like. And Don't Burn the Witch is a classic song too. So yeah, very heavy and evil sounding album. And definitely very important if you like death metal, black metal, thrash metal, or any like more extreme style of metal. Because this album had a thing to do with all those styles. Next we got Lightning to the Nations by Diamond Head. And this album may only have 7 songs, but it's still going to go into S tier. But some of them are pretty long though. Of course, this album is famous for inspiring Metallica. So yeah, that's also another great thing that this album did. And the songs just rock really hard too. The title track, Lightning to Nations, is a classic. The Prince is really good. Sucking My Love is like 10 minutes long, but it's a very worthy listen, and you're never bored during those 10 minutes. Am I Evil I really like. That's their most popular song for a reason. It's Electric is a very nice fast song, and Helpless is a good closer too. So yeah, every song on here is great. Nothing but good things to say about this album. If you want to go further into the new wave of British heavy metal, besides the very obvious bands like Iron Maiden or Saxon, this would be a good album for that. Next we got Angel Witch's first album. I'd probably put in C tier. Probably the first album on this list that I'm not like in love with per se. It's not terrible, but I never got that much into this album. The title track's really good though. The title track's a very classic new wave British heavy metal song. And there's a couple of songs like Atlantis and Angel of Death that are pretty nice too. But the rest of the songs just never clicked with me as much. And the production's not that good. And the songs just aren't as memorable or catchy as some of the other albums. Well, some of them still are, but some of them not really. So yeah. Next we got Spellbound by Tigers of Pantang. I'd probably put this album in A tier. Another classic new wave of British heavy metal album. If you like these other albums, you're definitely gonna like this one too. It gives you more of the same. Gangland's their most popular song, and for good reason. Very good classic song right there. Take It's very catchy. Hellbound is like the title track, I guess, because he says, I'm hellbound, spellbound. So yeah, very good song there. Silver and Gold's probably my favorite song on here. Probably the most catchy song on here. And Don't Stop By is a nice emotional song. So yeah, almost every song on here is a banger. So definitely check it out if you haven't. Next we got Witchfinder General, Death Penalty. Now Witchfinder General have actually gotten more attention recently than they've gotten in the past, which is very good, especially since people like AVGN mention them a lot. And they're very popular in the doom metal community too. So yeah, I'd probably put this in B tier. I don't like every song per se, but it's still a good album. And I like R.I.P. Burning a Cinder, probably my favorite Witchfinder General song. Oh yeah, the song Witchfinder General is good too. Death Penalty, the song is very nice too. Of course, songs like No Stare and Invisible Hate I didn't get as much into. But still, the riffs on here are very nice. And it's still a very catchy, punky album like the others. And of course, it's more of the doom metal sounding stuff than the others too. So if you're a doom metal fan, definitely give this one a listen. It's not as slow and sad as some other doom metal albums, but it still counts. Next we got Hit and Run by Girl School. This album's okay. I never really got that much into it. Come On Let's Go is very good though. That's a very banger song. Hit and Run too, the song is very nice. But a lot of the other songs are not terrible, but never really clicked with me in the same way the other songs do. Of course, it's a very unique album too, because they're an all-female band. And the only other new wave British heavy metal band I know that does that is Rock Goddess. And I think Girl School probably have more popularity than them. But Rock Goddess are still an important band too. Still one of the first female heavy metal bands. So yeah. Next we got Power Games by Jaguar. And we're probably getting into like the more obscure stuff now. And honestly, this album's also C tier. The only songs I like are Axe Crazy. And let's see what else they got. Oh yeah, Out of Luck. That's a very nice song. But the other songs, yeah, they're not that good. The main problem with this album is that the production's really bad. Like, it sounds like they did not put any money in the recording or like in the studio. Which, I mean, they were probably like a very like young and like poor band when they made this. Of course, they probably made a lot of money off of this because, you know, classic metalheads love it. But before, I guess they didn't have that much money to spend on production, so it doesn't sound very well produced. But it's still beloved. But I'm not the biggest fan of it, besides the two songs I just mentioned. Axe Crazy and Out of Luck. There are a few good riffs and solos, but sounds a little too raw and unpolished for me. Next we got Wiped Out by Raven. This is probably another one of the more obscure albums on here. And I could probably say the same thing about this as I did with Power Games. It's very raw. The only song I liked is Faster Than the Speed of Light. That's a very good song. And a very influential song for speed metal. But the other songs, not really. I'm not the biggest fan of the other songs. And they're kind of forgettable too. So yeah, not D tier per se, but not really my thing either. Next we got Head On by Samson, the band Bruce Dickinson was in before he joined Iron Maiden. And I think this album probably also put in C, above Wiped Out and Power Games, but below Angel Witch's first album and Girl School. And yeah, this will probably be the last album I put for this video. I may make a part 2 because I have listened to a lot of new wave of British heavy metal, so I can make a lot of videos about that movement because I've listened to so much from it. This album's okay, but the only songs I liked were Hard Times, Hammerhead, and Walking Out on You. Walking Out on You is a very great song. The other 2 songs I just mentioned are good too, but the rest of the songs just aren't as memorable or iconic as Bruce Dickinson's work with Iron Maiden. I do like Samson's first album though, the one where Paul Samson sings. That's a very good album, very obscure too, so if you like obscure new wave British heavy metal, definitely check out that album. Definitely check out Survivors. That's the album they released before this one, before Bruce joined the band. But yeah, I think Bruce is better in Iron Maiden than he is in Samson. And the only Samson album I really like that much is Survivors. So yeah, definitely give that album a listen. I mean, if you like the Bruce Dickinson albums, you'll probably like that one too. Just doesn't have him on vocals. But the weird thing is he's still on the album cover. Not for this album, but for Survivors. So yeah, that sounds okay, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. So yeah, that's every new wave British heavy metal album on this list ranked. The most popular ones from the most popular bands. I will probably make part 2 because I've listened to so much of this genre / movement. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out some of my other videos if you love this one. We're trying to grow a community here. So yeah, we've been doing pretty well so far. Over this summer, we've been doing really well. I've been getting lots of subs, and I've been getting more views and comments than usual. And I've changed up my content to where it's more entertaining, instead of just shorts that you watch one time and forget about. So yeah, definitely make sure to check out my other videos. And of course you can check out the shorts if you want to as well. It's fine. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good one.